This is the only rod progression guide you will ever need for fish. So make sure to watch till the end to find out which is the best rod for you in fish. Now before moving on to the video, I just want to announce about the giveaway. I'll be giving away the exotic crystallized sea dragons, the tartarugas and the whisper eel for everyone who is commenting down below. To participate into the giveaway, you just have to like and subscribe and then comment down your username and then send me friend request on Roblox as well. I even have a lot of magma leviathans. If anyone wants it, just tell me, I'll give it to you guys. Let me just see how many I have. I have around 6 of these. This is the big prismized one which sells for around 200k or something. And one person will be picked from the comment section and I'll give him the exalted relic. To participate again, you have to comment down your username and then send me a friend request on Roblox as well. I'll be picking the giveaway winner after 48 hours of uploading this video, and the giveaway winner will be the pinned comment. So make sure to check that out. So now let's start the video. The first rod which you guys will have is the flimsy rod. As you can see, I have already equipped it. This is the starter rod which you have to use to catch few fishes. You have to come over here, you have to speak to this NPC over here, and you have to catch around 5 or 10 fishes, and then you have to go to the merchant and sell it over there. Let me just show you. This is the merchant. You have to sell him over here. There are many rods over here, but I don't suggest buying any of those. You have to click on the menu and then I'll give you few codes. You have to redeem those. As you can see here, we are at the official fish Wikipedia. You can see there are many codes right now which are still active. You can visit the official page and check out for new codes as well. After you're done redeeming those codes, you have to head over in this direction. Here you can see there's a shipwright. You have to speak to him and you have to purchase one boat. After that, spawn the boat and head in the same direction as I'm heading. You can see there's an island called Roslet Bay. Here you can find the next rod which you will need, which is going to be the steady rod. Let me just go over here. You have to come over here. There's a merchant over here. You have to buy the 7,000 credits rod, which is the steady rod. I have this rod. Let me just equip it. The steady rod. You can have a look at the stats. And this rod is mainly good because of its shake button. You can see the shake button is very massive. And now let's move on to the third rod. And the next rod which you have to get will be at the northern expedition. You have to come over here. You have to enter through this portal. And once you enter, you have to head on straight even more to find the real island. Let me just speed up the video. As you can see, we almost reached the northern summit. You have to go near the merchant of this area, which will be right over here. Here you can buy the third rod, which will be the Arctic rod. Many people say the Arctic rod is not good, but trust me guys, it's pretty good. At least for beginner stage. You can have a look at the stats and this rod will cost you 25k. After that rod, you have to save up 100k for this new rod, which will be at the Statue of Sovereignty. You have to go in here, you have to speak to that NPC. Let me just speak. I have to pay him 400 credits. Let me just do that. And the next rod will be the King's Rod. And it will be right over here. The King Rod used to cost 120k, but they recently changed its price. Now it costs only 100k. You can have a look at the stats. These are pretty good stats. I usually recommend the Champions Rod, but I don't recommend it anymore because the King's Rod has a new passive which makes the fish 30% bigger every time. This makes money farming way easier and you can get the next rod very easily. And now let's move on to the next rod. The next rod will be at Atlantis, so make sure to unlock Atlantis before coming over here. Let me just use the Heart of Zeus right over here. Let me enter Atlantis. Now once you enter the Atlantis, you don't have to buy the Champions Rod. It's the different rod which will be at the Zeus trial room. This is the Zeus trial room. Let me just go over here. Now once you enter through this portal, you can't use the glider anymore and you have to complete two challenges. On the left side, you have to do the red light, green light game, and on the right side, you have to jump and there's a chance that you might fall or you might not fall. So when you complete those two, you'll get a set of codes. When you get the set of codes, you have to climb up the stairs and keep in mind that there's a time limit. You have to enter the code and this door will open. And here you can buy the Zeus rod. The Zeus rod now costs 2.7 million. But when I purchased it, it was only 1.7 million. Let me show you guys the stats on this. I have steady on this rod, and as you can see, I have caught 4.5k fishes through this rod alone. This rod along with the night shrimp or weird algae bait. The weird algae reduces the lure speed, so I don't suggest it, but the night shrimp increases the lure speed. So make sure to use night shrimp along with steady on the Zeus rod to get the best out of it. If you have exalted release, make sure to get immortal on it. And alternatively, you can even get the heavens rod, even it got a buff, but it now costs 2.75 million. The Heaven's Rod got a buff on its mutation. Now the mutation is 6 times the value, and you have a higher chance of getting the heavenly mutation. So it is pretty good as well. And I suggest using the deep coral bait for Heaven's Rod and getting the storming enchantment and getting Tempest Totem to get the best out of this rod. And then the next rod which I suggest you guys to get will be the ethereal prism rod, which is at the calm zone. To get this rod you need insane amount of money, which is 15 million, and you need to complete the bestiary of the Veil of Forsaken. As you can see, I already have this rod. Let me just search it up. You can see I prefer seeking. You guys can get immortal or sea overlord on this rod to get crazy amounts of money. You can see I have 21 million without making any efforts. The next rod which I suggest you guys to get will be the rod which you get at reaching the level 1000. It will be the Seraphic rod. In the recent update, it got a huge buff which allows it to give you a new mutation, which is the blessed mutation. It sells for 10 times the value, and you have 30% chance of catching this mutation. Overall, this rod is the best rod from C1. And now, let's move on to the best rods of C2. Now, the first rod which I suggest buying in the C2 will be the Verdant Shear rod. This is only if you're a beginner and you're at C2. And if you have a good rod from C1, I suggest skipping this rod and directly using the Free Spirit rod. Let me just search it up. Here you can see I have Clever on it. The slashing ability on this rod makes it way too overpowered, and you can catch almost every fish very easily. If you have the Ethereal Prism Rod and want to farm money, I suggest using the Ethereal Prism Rod over the Free Spirit Rod. You can even have the debuff applied. And then the next rod which I suggest will be the Great Dreamer Rod. I also have Clever on this. I used this rod for XP farming, but overall I felt that the Free Spirit Rod is a better rod for XP farming, and this Great Dreamer rod requires a huge buff. The next rod will be the Great Rod of the Oscar. This was added very recently. If you guys don't know how to get it, you just have to complete a quest, and there's a new area which has been added near the curse shows. You have to go down there and you'll be able to purchase this. Let me just see how many shakes it takes. It took one shake, and you can see the control bar is pretty good as well, and the resilience is pretty nice as well. The next rod which I suggest getting is the Fang of the Eclipse rod. This has been added very recently. You can see the stats. These are pretty solid stats. And to get this rod, you have to reach level 2000. Once you reach level 2000, you'll automatically get this rod. It is a pretty nice rod. And during Eclipse, it has a special ability which turns it into the Try Hard rod. You guys might have seen videos on the Try Hard rod, and you can finally test it out yourself too. And the final rod which I'll be suggesting you guys to get will be the Astral Hook rod. You'll get this rod once you reach level 2500, which is the max level. Once you reach level 2500, you'll automatically get this rod. It is a pretty insane rod, even in first C as well as the second C. So make sure to get this rod as soon as possible. If you guys want to know how to farm XP, I have a video on it. Make sure to check it out on my channel. And if you guys want a video on the best farming places for money, I also have a video on it. So make sure to check that out as well. And guys, if you're new to my channel, make sure to check other videos on my channel as well. I do giveaways for other games on Roblox as well, and I do giveaways for Fish as well. So make sure to participate in all of the giveaways. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.